Okay, back to League. How do I drink my coffee? Black. Straight black. I just forced myself to drink it until eventually I could stand it. And it tastes awful. It does. It tastes absolutely terrible. Remember when Reddit had a post reach the front page, unironically saying that JAX's early game was too good? There were a bunch of fucking Reddit dipshits running around saying JAX's early game was too good. Do you guys seriously, like, I don't, like, sometimes I feel like Reddit is so out of touch, it's actually insulting. Like, it's just insulting to me. They're just so out of touch. If you play Grasp anything, you will absolutely annihilate JAX. You will absolutely buttfuck him. And it was funny to me, because I was talking to Tarzan about this. And I said, Tarzan, you know Grasp and Dying is really good, right? Like, you know Grasp and Dying will annihilate anything JAX does. And he was like, no, Grasp is too weak. I was like, are you... Blastoise didn't prove anything I said wrong. He basically later came on the stream and agreed with me, which was the funny part. I'm gonna try to lay this out for you people who don't play top lane, who need some idea how Graspy Dying can be overpowered. And how can Conqueror be underpowered and Grasp be overpowered? Because Conqueror needs to be blatantly overpowered in the mid to late game to compensate for the fact that it's the only keystone in the game with no burst mechanic. It does nothing when you activate it. Nothing. Even press the attack is on hit damage. That means that Conqueror is always playing from behind. And it needs to, it must, mechanically. In order to be good, it has to be overpowered. And I know that sounds really dumb, but that's what it has to be. Like, look at it this way. If Conqueror was only as good as Grasp in the mid to late game, this JAX would have no way to get back into the game. It would just be over. It would just be, oh, Graspy and Dying beat him in the early game and outscaled him. Like, okay, great. What? Graspy is not an NA build. In matchups where Fiora does not outscale, you go Graspy and Dying so that you can just beat the shit out of someone in the laning phase. You can also go against a ranged champion like Annie to get a little bit more healing and a little bit more health just to try to survive her burst. Yeah, this Graves is being a little bit too babysitting. I'll drop him a pink here in a second. You're so fucking full of it as usual. They can make Conqueror % go down as you level. That is actually the dumbest shit I've heard today. Your unironic suggestion is to make Conqueror get weaker as you progress. Do you think that would make anyone who uses Conqueror feel good about themselves? Do you honestly think that is like a legitimate thing that a game designer would do in their game? Mechanically, Conqueror is weak in the laning phase, but too powerful late game. Therefore, let's make its numbers go lower as the game progresses. Do you seriously think any player would actually enjoy using Conqueror after that? It wouldn't even matter. Conqueror could be straight broken tier. It would still feel like shit to play. That's actually hilarious, to be honest with you. You've somehow found a way to make an overpowered rune not even good. The biggest problem with League is that vertical jungle sucks. Laners have no control over their lane. To be honest, the biggest problem I had with them nerfing Conqueror was they nerfed its early game when it was weakest and didn't nerf its late game when it was strongest. So they said, too many people are picking this keystone. Let's nerf it and make it even more lopsided. To be honest, how about they just make it like, and I'm not saying they should do this. I'm doing that. Okay. I'm not saying they should do this. I'm just saying, here's an idea, okay?
An ally has been slain.
Oh shit, no, I definitely hit parry. Wait, the second he started Alpha Strike, I hit parry. Wait, I'm actually confused. I did not miss that. I guarantee I did not miss that. What the fuck? Why are you guys such whiny fucking babies when I play another game with League as my game played? League is the game I play. Like, I am a League streamer. 90% of the time, I'm playing League, so... You wanna dive him? I mean, I don't know. I don't like it, actually. I don't think I had to flash, I don't know. I'm gonna save my mana here. Never mind. Feel a little bit bad for him on that one. Hello, Justice. I know a lot of people have been complaining about Galio lately. I know you said he's gonna get nerfed, but the problem with JAX in the early game, he can only trade with Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike has an effective 18-second cooldown, and he loses all-in trades, so he has to have an escape planned for after Counter-Strike. It's actually not good game design. In all honesty, what they should probably do, nerf Counter-Strike's maximum duration to like 1.5, and then make him stack 2 hits of his passive on champion attacks. That would also enable them to nerf his jungling. They should also consider something like... Wait, why did I even do that? I guess they're healing. What absolutely butt-fucked me on damage? I'm like legitimately confused. All of a sudden I was just dead. Low-key, I think they should nerf mage itemization before they nerf Galio, because Galio is a mage who can only hurt you with all his abilities off cooldown. He thought this was Star Wars and he was doing an attack run on the Death Star. Didn't work out. Ow. Sometimes Israel just like removes half my health bar. Like I'm just sitting there minding my own business and then half my health bar. Wow. Yeah, I don't know about Master Yi. This doesn't seem to be working. I was a little bit worried. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to ult, but then he just sort of died, and I was like, oh, it's not. Ah, fuck me. Wait. That could actually turn this around. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything because it would be bad for morale to say something, but that could actually have just lost us the game. Yeah, I mean, I get outscaled by JAX. Now, for now, I have the typical item lead on JAX, so it's not a bad deal. But he's gonna come back eventually. And because I'm grasping and dying against... Well, wait, he's pressing his head. Was that 3 auto attacks? I'm gonna tell you why Master Yi is such a stupid champion right now. He auto attacks you proccing Rage Blade. Rage Blade procs his passive, which gives him a second attack. So his second attack attacks, which procs Rage Blade. Then his third attack attacks, which procs his passive, which procs Rage Blade. And in 3 attacks, he's actually done, what would that be, 8 attacks. Yeah. Which tends to not be very fun to deal with when a champion's dealing 80 true damage per attack. Not very fun. I'm considering flashing in just to get something going. That's not bad. Now that's pretty good. that's not good. Okay. Oh, so I was holding my breath throughout that entire fight, basically. Oh, he's working on his Essence Reaver, though. Once he gets that, it's fuck city for me. Honestly, Kaisa should have just stood next to her the entire...
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that I won that game. By winning that 1v2, I straight up won the game. So thank you for believing in me. I'm gonna be honest, I actually, for a split second, when I survived against Master Yi, I was just like ready to stand still and die to JAX. Then I was like, wait, I'm not actually dying though. It seems like I'm living. The reason I went in on Master Yi is he didn't have Rage Blade or his passive or Conqueror stacked up, which means he doesn't really deal that much damage. Who would win late game 1v1 between Fiora and JAX? Probably JAX, but it does depend on a lot of things. If JAX dodges the first parry and doesn't get, like, riposted, then he just straight murders her. Like, she just dies.